Welcome to the Gaming with Dean Ursa guide, playing as a jungler carry.
I defend what is mine.
Your first choice once you get into the game is what spell to choose. As jungle Ursa, our best choice is Fury Swipes, which is a passive ability costing no mana, that makes each attack you land deal additional damage that seems to stack indefinitely, and can even be applied to multiple units, although the debuff is lost if you do not attack the target again within 6 seconds. Next, you need to buy your starting items. I prefer Quelling Blade, Stout Shield, and a stack of tangos. It's very unlikely your team will ask you to buy a courier. As a carry, your money should be entirely devoted to the improvement of your own character. Although it seems selfish, it's actually what your team needs from you to win. Other starting item alternatives include forfeiting the Quelling Blade. That's 2 stacks of tangos, Stout Shield, and a health potion, with the option of a sellable Ironwood branch for the bonus to stats. Your main goal in the first 10 minutes of the game is to buy the item Vladimir's offering. So once you have your starting items, I suggest you drag it straight to your quickbar for easy purchase as you make the money required. Ursa's first ability, in order of appearance, is Earthshock, a short-range area of effect slow with a damage component. Ursa's second ability is Overpower, which makes up to 6 of his next physical attacks fire off incredibly quickly. Ursa's ultimate ability is Enrage, granting a percentage of your current health as additional damage. Next, head out to either the rune spot at the river entrance to your jungle, or to the easy creep camp. But don't sit too close inside of the camp, else the creeps will not spawn. Once you start attacking the easy creep camp, be sure to attack the same monster at all times to stack up the debuff from Fury Swipes. And then, when the clock reaches the 53rd second of the minute, run away into the fog. This will create a double stack, meaning more easy creeps for you to kill. While fighting them, you will likely need to use one of your tangos on a tree to replenish your health. With Quelling Blade, in addition to dealing extra damage to creeps, you will use it to cut shortcuts into the forest, allowing you to get to other packs at the 53rd second of a minute to double stack them too. Another jungling tip is to pull the creep camp closest to the lane into the friendly creeps in your lane, bringing fights back closer to the safety of your own tower. Once you've started making money, the most efficient way to buy Vladimir's offering is to buy the Ring of Regen and use the courier to ferry it to yourself, taking care to make sure the middle lane doesn't need it to courier his bottle. Then get the full Ring of Basilisk and a healing potion. As the attack modifier of Lifesteal from Morbid Mask doesn't stack with Fury Swipes, be sure to get it as the last item. If you have a skilled teammate taking the solo lane next to your jungle, who is backed up and fighting at the friendly tower and has good health and mana remaining, signal to him at levels 3 through 6 that you are coming in for a gank. It's very likely that you will get 1 or 2 kills, as you will have gained a level advantage over the enemies. This can be made even more likely if your mid lane is actively ganking. Remember how I said to get the Morbid Mask last? Well, even though buying a pattern before you have all the other components is usually considered useless, in this case, if you have it, you can complete Vladimir's at the outpost. Once you have finished Vladimir's, add Phase Boots to your quick buy bar and head out to Roshan. If you are on the Dire, you can use a teleport scroll to the outer mid tower if you have the spare gold and it's quicker. As the Radiant, you have a shorter walk from the jungle, but across a lot more open ground. In either case, hope your team has wards of observation nearby to keep an eye out for enemies leaving their lane to come and attack you at Roshan. If you manage to slay Roshan, you now have 2/3 of your phase boots. All components can be brought from the outpost as well as the base, so once again you can gank a lane as part of your shopping trip. Phase boots give slightly less passive movement speed than the other boot choices, but give you activatable phasing which allows you to walk through other units in your way, and for the duration, faster movement speed than the other boots. Once you get next to your target, you can use Earthshock. The spell is a long animation against a moving opponent, and you are far more likely to hit this way. Once you have at least your Vladimir's, you should start taking out the hard creep packs. If your team have double stacked them, that works out well too. If you are feeling bold, you can even try and kill the enemy's hard creepbacks, but you will need good ward coverage and knowledge of roughly where your opponents are. One thing to note about the hard creepbacks is that your Fury Swipes even works on the magic immune, even though a lot of debuffs do not. Next we are buying Sange and Yasha, more specifically the Sange part. It provides health, and with your ultimate, health is damage, but most of all it provides a movement speed slow that you can apply to enemies. Combined with overpower, you are almost guaranteed that your target won't be going anywhere unless you get crowd controlled. At this point, the game may be over, or in a state where you only want to save for buyback money, but don't worry if it isn't. The last but most important thing is to stay humble. Your team used to provide all the crowd control, and you still need to work with them even if it feels like you are indestructible. For a skilling order we take Fury Swipes at level 1 and Overpower at level 2, alternating between them until levels 6, 11 and 16 where we take Enrage. Once you have exhausted Overpower and Fury Swipes, pick up Earthshock and then lastly Stats. Finally, here is the list of items I like to end up with on Ursa. Vladimir's Offering, Phase Boots, Sange and Yasha, Black King Bar, Blink Dagger, and Lincoln's Sphere. If you enjoyed this video, like and discuss it down below. There's no one right way to play any character, so let us know what helped you and what you like to do differently. See you on the next Dota 2 Hero Guide.